Okay, let's move on. So in the case of repetitive manufacturing, what are the important essential master data? One is material master. The second is the POM, which is nothing but bill of material. Third is work center or a production line. Fourth is routing or rate routing. Fifth is production version. These are the essential master data that we need to maintain it for to proceed with the repetitive manufacturing essential master data. Let's take into the system. I'm logging into the system. So let's create first of all material master. I'll create a scenario in such a way that I will create one FG material and which is nothing but REMFIN02. And for this, I will need two raw materials, REM-R3, REM-R4. This is the scenario. And this is a raw material, ROH. This is again one of the raw material. And if I add these two raw materials, I'll get a finished product, FIN. This is our scenario. So one piece of this one plus one piece of this one will raise to, I need one piece of this one. I need one piece of this one. Then in order to get one piece of my finished product. Let us see how will you map into the system. Okay. Let's create a material master. MM01. I'm creating material master for the finished product, REMFIN02. This is my FIN02 is my material master of the finished product, material number for the finished product. Would like to create it a finished product. So the moment I enter the material number, industry sector and material type, press enter, the system will prompt you which are the views that you would like to maintain. Because it is a finished material, I would like to go ahead with basic data 1, basic data 2, classification, sales are 1, 2, and sales general plant data, sales text, MRP 1, 2, 3, 4, and we don't need work scheduling view in the case of repetitive manufacturing because we don't deal any production orders. Planned orders are more than enough for us to proceed it in the case of repetitive manufacturing. And plant storage data 1, accounting 1, accounting 2, costing 1, costing 2, and go ahead with this plant storage location distribution channel division in the plant 1710 at a storage location 171A with the sales organization 1710 and a distribution channel 10. Go ahead. This is my finished material number. You can give any description. I'll give the same description as a material number. Anything is okay. Base unit of measurement pieces and material group. You can select one of the available material group, preferably for suitable for finished product. L004 is for finished product. I'm taking this material group. And also in the additional data, please maintain the description both in English and as well as German. Better to maintain to avoid any kind of a text errors in going forward. Now continue with the main data. We are in basic data 1. If you want to maintain anything else, one piece of, say for example, one piece will weight for 1.5 kg net weight and gross weight. If you want to maintain, you can maintain, of course, 1.5. In the case of sales order, sometimes you may get gross data, net weight and gross weight missing, those kind of errors. So better to maintain at a master data level in the material master. And basic data to nothing specific. Classification, if you want to, for the time being, I'm assigning simply the material class. I'm proceeding with the classification to the next screen. Sales are given. The taxes, I'm entering all the taxes as 00. for the time being, for simplification purpose. And division, you can maintain the division as 0, 0. Press enter. We are in sales or sales data, sales are good to data. Maintain the available item category as norm. Go ahead. Transportation group and loading group, you can select one of the available transportation group, preferably 0001 on pallet for transportation group, and loading group, which is crane, which is again 001. Press enter. Maintain the text. Here also again it is a free text, anything that you can write it, but just for the simplicity. Again, maintain the text both in German and as well as English, and you can copy from the English itself. In order to continue from here, please enter this, enter tick mark. Then we are in MRP1. In the MRP1, general data, MRP procedures, enter the MRP type as PD, MRP controller as 001, and lot sizing data EX, which is enter. Now we are in MRP2, and the procurement type, of course, X stands for both, and you can maintain, we can continue with X, or you can change it to in-house production with is E, and you can maintain the in-house production time as 1 day, planned delivery time not necessary because it's a finished product, and GR processing time, if you want, you can maintain. Scheduling margin key, you can select one of the available scheduling margin keys. Press enter, nothing mandatory. And strategy group, we would like to go ahead with the planning strategy 10. You can select the strategy 10, make to stock production, continue. And availability check, you can continue with the default one. And in MRP4, which is very, very important in the case of repetitive manufacturing, we need to activate the repetitive manufacturing indicator, and also you need to assign the repetitive manufacturing profile. So in the case of the profile, just use this profile 002. And next thing is plant storage data 1. There is nothing mandatory in the case of plant storage data 1. You can continue. Accounting 1, you need to assign the valuation class. For FG materials, you can select one of the available valuation classes. Most recommended one is 7920. And you give the some standard price. Don't worry about the price as of now. Just give ad hoc price as 100. We'll see how this 100 will be calculated even to, or what will be the actual price that comes in. Accounting 2, nothing mandatory. Costing 1, preferably you can maintain the profit center. How to select the profit center? Press F4 here, and you can choose with reference to the company code. In the company code 1710, what are the available profit centers? I selected one of the profit center as 110, which is coming from here. This is the profit center which I selected, sorry, 110. I selected 110, product A. Anything you can select it. Press enter. Costing 2, nothing specific. We reached to the last tab, and now I would like to save this material. Now, old material number is a mandatory. Okay, someone made it as a mandatory. So let's go and maintain the old material number in basic data 1. Now you can jump on to again costing 2, and you can proceed it for and ready to save this material. Yes, my material is created. If you want, you can just check it up. MM03 quickly whether the material is created or not. Yes, material is available. Now I will create 2 more raw materials. MM01, which is REM R3 is my one of the raw material, and mechanical engineering material type ROH. So I want to create a raw material with name number, raw material number as a REM R3, REM R3. Press enter. This is a raw material. Of course, we don't need any sales views. We need purchasing views. And MRP 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and it's general plant storage data 1. And accounting 1, accounting 2, costing 1, costing 2. And I would like to go ahead with the storage location 171C for raw material. Continue. Again, name of the material. You can give any material. I'm giving the name of the material as raw material 3 or whatever it is. You can, if you want, you can maintain or change it. anything, raw material 3, that's okay. And group, you can select the available groups, material group, preferably suitable for raw material L002. And additional data, maintain the text both in English and as well as the German. Continue with the main data. We are in better maintain the old material number because it is maintained as a mandatory. Sometimes the moment you reach to the last screen, system is prompting you, hey, tell me what is the old material number. To avoid that, basic data 1, basic data 2, classification, and continue. I'm not maintaining anything in the classification as of now. Ordering unit, this is also as a mandatory maintained it. That is why I'm assigning it. The moment you assign the palette as one of the ordering unit, the system will prompt you, hey, what is the relation? One palette is equal to how many number of pieces? One palette is equal to, say, for example, 60. Any number you can give it. That is a mandatory. And purchasing group, you can select one of the available purchasing group. I'm selecting as a 001. And purchasing value key, this also suitable purchasing value key can be assigned, which will link to your first reminder, second reminder, under delivery, over delivery tolerances. Press enter, yes, continue. That is, again, you can give some text, whichever is a meaningful text. It is a free text, you can give anything. Similarly, maintain the same text both in German and as well as English. And copy from English, continue. And to proceed it for the next screen, please press enter, this enter. Now we are in MRP1 as usual. General data, MRP procedures, large sizing data, MRP areas. Here MRP type, MRP controller 001, large sizing procedure EX, you can maintain the mandatory parameters. Press enter, it will jump to the MRP2. Because it is a raw material, procurement type stands for F. F meaning is external procurement. This material we are going to buy it from outside vendor. GR processing time and planned delivery time, you can maintain 1 day. Scheduling margin key, anything available scheduling margin key, whichever is suitable. With this, all the mandatory fields are maintained. Jump on to the next MRP3. Forecasting requirements, the standard forecasting requirements, whichever is by default, I'm not changing anything. Strategy group is not relevant for raw materials, not maintained anything. Availability check, you can maintain the availability checking group, say for example 01, daily requirements, and press enter, it will take you to the next screen. In MRP4, nothing mandatory for raw material in MRP4. Press enter, it will take you plant storage data 1. Here in this screen, nothing is mandatory. Press enter to continue further. And we are there in the accounting 1. You need to assign the valuation class. Suitable valuation class for raw materials is 3000. And you can give some price, okay, ad hoc price, whatever it is. Say, for example, I'm giving 15. Don't worry about the actual prices of it. Accounting 2, nothing mandatory. Costing 1, again preferred to maintain the profit center. Press enter, press enter. We reached to the last screen, which is nothing but a costing 2. You can save it. Yes, we created a REM R3. You can quickly check it in MM03. Let's check whether the material is created, saved, or of course, the storage location. Please note that it is 171C. We maintained raw materials at 171C. I would like to create one more raw material. Let's go ahead with MM01. And now this time I will use the copy functionality. I'll copy from REM R3, which just now created. Would like to create one more raw material, REM R4. Again, in the industry sector, mechanical, material type, ROH. Press enter. So we are using a functionality copy from. This is a raw material. I don't need sales views and I need purchasing views. So purchase order text, MRP 1, 2, 3, 4, sales general plant data storage 1, accounting 1, accounting 2, costing 1, costing 2. Copy from this plant to this storage location and this plant and this. Copy from 171017C to 171017C of raw material 3 to raw material 4. Continue. So we are getting all the descriptions are copied from raw material 3. That is why I'm changing it to raw material 4. I'm changing the description and I'm changing the price. Rest, I'm continuing with the same settings that were being maintained for REM R3. Basic data to classification, continue. MR purchasing. If you want, you can change it anything. Otherwise, we can continue with this one. Purchase order text, preferably change the text to relevant text. This is raw material 4. Continue. And MRP1, yes, we copied it from REMR3. MRP type PD, MRP controller 001, lot sizing procedure EX, procurement external procurement EF, plan delivery time, GR processing time, plan delivery time taking 2 days here, and strategy group not relevant, availability check continuing, and forecasting requirements continuing with the standard. MRP4, nothing relevant for raw materials, and plant storage data 1, here nothing mandatory as of now. In the accounting one, let me change the price of this one. Instead of 15, I'll make it as a 25, just to give some difference between that raw material and this raw material. Press enter, press enter, press enter, press enter. We reached to the last screen, which is costing 2. Now we can save it. Yes, so far so good. So we created all the 3 materials, which is nothing but photo material, raw material. Both the raw materials were created. Once we are done with the master material master, then next thing is creation of the BOM. How can I create a BOM? Using a transaction code CS01. For which material? For my finished material, which is nothing but REMFIN2. I would like to create a BOM for this finished material REMFIN2 in the plant 1710 with a BOM usage 1. The moment I enter the finished material number, plant and usage, press enter. Then the system will take you to the BOM creation screen, item detail screen, where you need to enter your list of components required. I am taking the raw materials that we created. One piece, which material I need? This is my component number. How much quantity I need? I need to just enter the material number and the quantity, and also item category, stock item. Rest of the things automatically system will pull it up. Let the rest of the things meaning is material description, valid from date, valid to date, all these things system will automatically pulls it up. Now let me create one more, or let me assign one more one more component, which is REMR4. These are the 2 components and 1 each. I would like to add it, or if I assemble REMR3 and REMR4, I will get how many pieces? 1 piece, which is nothing but my base quantity. So this is our scenario. So I can save this BOM, or I can go back if you want to go to the item screen. If you want to add any more things, you can add it up. Otherwise, if you are good with it, then we can save it. For this scenario, we'll go ahead with a simple BOM. I need 1 component of 1 piece of REMR3, 1 piece of REMR4 to get 1 piece of my finished product. Save this. Yes, BOM is ready now. Let me create the next master data, which is nothing but production line or work center. I'll go ahead with the CR01, creation of a production version. I'm creating one more work center, WC2. REM WCT is my production line or a work center. I'm creating the work center with CR01. And my work center is REM WC2. Okay. In the plant, would like to always work centers are created with reference to the plant and the work center number, work center category. I'll take it as a work center category as a machine. So I entered the plant, work center number and the work center category. Press enter. It will take you to the next screen. Give any meaningful name. Repetitive manufacturing, assembling machine 2, say for example. And these values are picking it up by default from the configuration default work center. Generally, you need to maintain the person responsible. Of course, the location is not a mandatory, but usage make it 009, which is used for all task list type. that means I can use this work center wherever I want. Either it can be routing, rate routing, inspection plan, quality, whatever it is. And normal production, this is standard value key. The moment I entered the normal production, then these activities will be pulled up automatically. Default values, give the control key, PP01. Capacities, maintain the capacities for machine at least. And capacity category 001. Setup formula and processing formula. SAP 005 for setup formula, 006 is for processing formula, standard formulas which as per the best practices, and maintain the machine capacity. Capacity responsible, you can assign one of the planner responsible, and grouping key, not a mandatory. If you want, you can assign the one of the available grouping keys which is responsible or which will pull it up all your shift sequences. Factory calendar, assign any suitable work factory calendar. Maintain the base unit in hours or minutes. I'm taking it in hours. What is the start time of the work center? What is the end time of the work center? My example, I'm taking 8 hours. Morning 8 o'clock is start time, 5 o'clock is end time, and with 1 hour break, with utilization 100% and individual capacity is 1. The moment I enter these values, available capacity system will calculate based upon your end time minus start time minus length of the break multiplied by your efficiency. Here in our case, we are taking 100% efficiency. So press enter. If I go and check it up there, available capacity is equal to 8 hours. How this 8 hours is calculated? 17 minus 8 minus 1 multiplied by 100% efficiency. If your efficiency is less, available capacity will go down. Okay, if you want, you can maintain the capacity with labor capacity also. We'll continue with this. And scheduling, click on scheduling, capacity category, and duration of the setup SAP 001 and process duration SAP 002. Enter. These formulas will get copied, and in the costing, maintain the cost center. Again, cost center, you can press F4 and suitable cost center can be pulled up with reference to the controlling area or company code. Here, I'm taking it to the cost center which is relevant for manufacturing, which is equal to 17101301. You need to assign the setup type, machine type, labor. These are the activity types, which is responsibility of activity type definitions, and maintain the activity types from the CO perspective. So setup time for calculation of the setup time, machine time, activity cost, activity 1, and labor, which is activity 11. So all the activities are assigned to the respective activity type, and the units, you can, how you are going to measure that activity in terms of hours or in terms of minutes. And formulas, standard SAP formulas, you need to assign it for calculating the setup time, machine time, labor time. Press enter. Now we are good with the work center. You can save this work center. Click on save. Then system will prompt you, hey, work center REMWC2 has been created in the plant 1710. This is the message. Work center REMWCT in the plant C2 1710 has been created. After creating a work center, you can have multiple work centers also. Absolutely not a problem. You can continue the same process for any number of work centers. The next step is you need to create a routing. How to create a routing? Transaction code is CA01. And for which material? For this REM finish 2 in the plant 1710. Press enter. This is the main screen or the header screen. Automatically, system will assign the group counter 1 for the first routing, and the group number will be saved once you save this routing. Usage, select the usage as 1, which is relevant for production, and the status, it should be in the 4 status, which is released general. And the lot size, starting from lot size to lot size, whichever is you want to continue. I mean, whichever is the lot size you want to maintain, you can maintain. Press enter. Now you need to go to the operations tab. Here you need to assign the which are the sequence of machines that you need to follow it to produce this particular finished product. I would like to take only one work center, which is REMWC2. This is my assembling machine, and I would like to maintain this assembling machine with the necessary details. Details in the sense how much my machine time for production of one piece, how much is my labor time, how much is my setup time. I'm taking it up 30 minutes for setting up the machine and 60 minutes for production of one piece, 60 minutes of the labor time in order to produce this particular material. And if you, after maintaining any, if you want to check if there any missing data, there is a consistency check. If you click on this consistency check, system will validate the data that you entered. If there are any errors or if there are any missing information, system will prompt you. If all 000, meaning is there is no error. And if you go to the header, the moment I save this, then the system will assign the number, that is a group number, followed by group counter, which is the routing. So if you see here, routing was saved with the group number so and so, and for the material REMFIN2. Now my routing is ready, my BOM is ready. What is the next master data? Which is nothing but production version. I can go to change mode of the material master. In MRP4, there is a possibility for me to maintain work production version. What, as of now, there is no production version. How can we say there is no version indicator? The moment you maintain a production version, your indicator for the version will automatically comes up with a tick mark. Let us take a look of it. Click on production version number V001, and give any meaningful text. I am taking the version 1 as a text. Valid from date, valid, take it valid from date as a today's date, valid 2 days as the system end date. Please make a note of it. In the case of a repetitive manufacturing, generally we activate a repetitive manufacturing allowed indicator against the production version. This is repetitive manufacturing allowed indicator. And if you want to continue, you can continue with, go to the detail screen. And here you need to assign the lot sizes of this production version and select the task list type N, because we maintained the routing for this material, and use press F4 here and set using a material to pull it up. The system will automatically pulls up which routing was saved with this particular material number. You can assign the group number followed by group counter from selection and assign the BOM. So your production version is nothing but a combination of routing and BOM, and whether you have been assigned the right BOM and routing, correct routing. Check for consistency. Task list exists, meaning is your routing has a valid lot size and validity period, and also BOM exists, validity period and lot size are okay. The green, if both are okay, you will get a green traffic light against each of the line item or the master data, and you can continue from here, and you can continue from here, and you can save this. Now, as of now, what we created is, we created the first set of the master data, logistic related master data. All these master data are done with it. Now, the next step is we need to maintain the accounting related master data, like activity cost has to be maintained it. Activity cost, where we will maintain the activity cost. This is maintained in KP26. This is the responsibility of the accounting team. After that, creation of product cost collector. How will you create a product cost collector? KKF6N is the transaction code to create a product cost collector. After that, you can go through with the cost estimate with the quantity structure. With the quantity structure, this is again for FICO purposes, CK11N. Now, the next thing is the standard cost. Markup and release. Where will you do? How will you do? It is CK24. So let's do this. These 1, 2, 3, 4 activities which are related to. This will be one-time activity. You won't maintain the day-to-day basis KP26. I already maintained the KP26 values. What is this? It contains is your activity cost, how much is the time taken for, how much is the cost of the labor if I consume the labor for 1 hour, how much is the cost of the machine if I use this machine for 1 hour, how much is my setup cost, all these things are maintained in KP26. Let's take a look. I'm going in KP26 transaction. Version, you can select the only one version, plan versus actual. From period, 01 is nothing but the one period is nothing but month, from first month to 12th month of the year 2023. Now, I need to maintain with reference to the cost center. We are using the cost center as 1301, 1710, 1301. For the activity type 1 is nothing but your machine. How much it will cost for me 1 hour if I use this machine? You can maintain here. Fiscal year, sorry, 2023. It's already maintained. I have taken the value of machine cost as 50 rupees or 50, whatever it is, don't worry about this one. Per hour. Per hour, I am considering it. If I use machine for 1 hour, the cost of that machine will be costed as 50 rupees. Of course, you can change it. You can maintain it, whatever you want to. This is a one-time activity. They won't, I mean, it will be the responsibility of your costing team or the CO team, how they would like to maintain on weekly, monthly basis or quarterly basis or yearly basis. Okay. Similarly, you can maintain the activity for 3, 1, 3, 11. 3 is for setup. Setup is nothing but for your technician cost. I am taking a technician cost as 35 rupees as a fixed price and 5 rupees as a variable price. And go back. Of course, you can save this setup cost event to. Similarly, 11, which is nothing but labor cost. Click on overview screen, and here you can maintain for 1 hour how much cost for a labor. I'm taking it 25 as a fixed and 5 as a variable price of it. Okay, this is KP26. After that, we need to create product cost collector. Can be created using a transaction code KKF6N. And this is essential master data to be maintained for a material for a given REM finished product in that particular plant 1710. So I entered the material number, plant, and click on this create product cost collector icon here. And in the next screen that pops up, you need to select the order type. This is not our production order. This is an internal order basically. Don't worry about much as of now. Assign one of the order type as available order types. I'm selecting YBMR. And with reference to the production version, you have one production version. You can select the available production version. Of course, in our case, we have only one. And confirm this. The moment I enter this data, what is the data I am entering it? I'm entering it the order type. I'm entering it the production version. I'm confirming it. You see this couple of values will get populated automatically. Let's go ahead. Okay. So we'll continue with our costing related master data. Activity cost KP26 already just checked it, and we will continue with our product cost collector creation. How to create a product cost collector? KKF6N is the transaction code to create a product cost collector. And for which material would like to? I would like to create a product cost collector REMFIN02. This is my finished material. And in the plant 1710, and there is an option to create a product cost collector icon here. Click on this icon, create product cost collector. The moment you click on it, then the system will pop up this window here. For this material in the particular plant 1710, and you need to select available order type. Don't worry about this is not a production order. This is an internal order kind of a thing, costing related stuff. and continue with production version, and you can assign the suitable production version. We have only one production version. You can select it or enter it, whichever is okay, and confirm. The moment I press confirm, you will get couple of values here. Take a look of it. Oops, sorry. Confirm. System is in the background. It is creating a preliminary cost estimate for this product cost collector. Continue. Yes, you can click on yes. Product cost collector created with this order number and the production process . So these are order number, production process, everything are with reference to. Again, you can display this product cost collector. Press enter. This is your production process, and costing lot size preferably you might have been given one product cost collector created. Okay. And this is the internal order, not the production order. Just for reference, I'm saying it to you with the production process, and it is saved for costing lot size 0. If you want, you can change it even to. I will change the costing lot size as 1. Sorry. Come on.